Welcome to G.M.E TV, where we highlight some of the hottest artists around, from comedians, models, you name it, we highlight it. And I'm your host, Antoine, coming at you live. We back with G.M.E TV, and we here with Miss Milani Jackson. How you doing?
I'm good.
All right, today's hot topic we discussing is why the general public doesn't support local artists.
Wow.
Yeah, that's a hot topic.
Yes, it is.
Yeah, so I'm gonna ask you that question. Why do you think that the general public doesn't support local talent?
I think, that as a consumer, when we buy into music, we're in it for the experience.
Right.
And I think a lot of times local artists don't take the time or even the money to bring the quality that they maybe are used to hearing on a bigger level.
Mm-hmm.
And, so it's like, if I have a choice of buying a Beyonce record or buying yours where it wasn't mastered properly or whatever, things like that, I'll choose this other option, and not saying that all the artists are that way, but I think we kind of got a name here. I think that's a big part of it, as well as people coming together more, and as artists actually supporting each other, there is definitely strength in those numbers, and I think, as artists and as indie artists, we need to do more of supporting each other along with that.
So with the independent artists coming together, you think that would be a conflict of interest? I'm trying to say, where does that conflict of interest, where would that not meet at?
Well, I think, as an artist, we have to be confident enough in what we do, and being independent in what I do. I don't have to really worry about, my audience conflicting with, your audience, or you possibly taking some of mine. If I do the best that I can and being an individual at what I do, it's not an issue, when we come together, because the numbers are, for the major artists, the numbers are there because they have the money to put out, all this promotion, all this kind of stuff. And whether or not you like the music, you will eventually, if you've heard it 100,000 times, you don't have options.
Right.
If you want to listen to the radio, these are the couple of artists that you're going to listen to, But right now, we have so many options with social media,
Right.
where we can get our stuff out there,
Mm-hmm.
And, if we took advantage of those things and planning quality events,
Right.
quality events where indie artists can be spotlighted and things like that. And I can't stress enough quality events.
Yes, quality.
Yeah.
And I agree with that. Actually, you have a new single out
Yeah.
called Dare to Dream, and it's real hot. So you've been definitely taking advantage of the social media.
Oh, absolutely.
Yeah, it's real. That song is real inspirational,
Yeah.
real heartfelt. What was you thinking? What was your inspired? What inspired you to do that?
Well, I'll tell you, my heart is I have a heart for young people, especially like teens, people who are up and coming, people are trying to find their voice in the world. And that's always been my case. So
Okay.
if you listen to the songs that I write, it will always reflect that, trying to encourage people to pick yourself up, to find a way to get past any type of stumbling blocks or things like that. So all my music is inspirational. All of it is.
Yeah.
So, that song is pretty much about, people believing in what you dream, even though my dream may look a little bit different than what you're used to, or, what's out there, believe in your dream, make sure you study it, and, just put it out there. I try not to talk to people who don't believe in my dream.
Right.
I don't care if it's mama,
Right.
cousin and them, not speaking to people who are going to bring it down, because a lot of times people can't understand it if they've never seen it before.
Right.
But you have to believe in it enough first before somebody else will.
And I agree with that. That's 100% true. Your inspirations, what's some of your inspirations that you grew up listening to that sort of stirred you in that direction, if any?
Well, as far as artists go, growing up, I grew up in the church. And I was forced to listen to church music. In my house, I actually really couldn't listen to a secular music channel.
Okay.
I had to listen to that. But when Mama wasn't home, I always listened to music.
Mama wasn't
when
home.
she wasn't home, don't tell. I hope she's not watching. But you know, I always listened to music that was beyond my years.
Okay.
You know, I was listening to Shaka Khan. I was listening to Aretha Franklin. You know, and people were like, "Oh, you're 14." I mean, what do you know? You know, but I was listening to those artists. I mean, I love Tina Turner.
Wow.
Love her. You know, I mean, the way she just commands, you know, everything, you know, commands the audience, and she just does what she wants with no apologies. You know,
Alright.
those type of people.
Yes, yes.
I love it.
So I thank you for taking time out.
Thank you for
You know,
having
your
me.
busy schedule.
Thank
Make
you.
sure y'all check her out on Facebook.com/Melanie Jackson. She has all her videos listed up there, or you can check it out at Facebook.com. Ghost Bunny ENT is real hot. And let's go into that video from Melanie Jackson, Dare to Dream at G.M.E TV.
You know inside that you were meant to be, feeling alive and living out your dreams. The moment is here, so what you waiting for? You know you should do it now. And if you just believe that it's your destiny, you can achieve anything you dream of. Take a chance, 'cause you only have one life. Take a chance and don't let it pass you by. You gotta dare to dream. If you know just who you are, you gotta dare to dream. 'Cause you know that you're a star. If you feeling like you wanna let it out, your moment of truth, you gotta make it count. If you feel it all going down to your soul, hold on and don't let go. And if you just believe that it's your destiny, you can achieve anything you dream of. Take a chance, 'cause you only have one life. Take a chance and don't let it pass you by. You gotta dare to dream. If you know just who you are, you gotta.
And that was the video from Miss Melanie Jackson, Dare to Dream. Right now on G.M.E TV, we're gonna ask VIP. He got a new album out, Nothing to Fear, all white. You need to cop that. But my first question to you is why the general public doesn't support local talent?
I think the general public don't support local talent because the general public don't have no way to get local talent in a certain field. It's everywhere. Local talent is underground. Local talent is not generally seen by the public. So if it's not out there to be seen, it's hard to get. So the industry, kind of push that down, hard to be seen. So I think that's why they don't really get it.
So what solution that you offer that the local talent could be seen and on a larger scale?
I think the local talent need to band together as a unit and come up with something that would be able to be heard by their peers, by the neighborhood, by their state. Because as you grow, you get more better. As you grow as a people, you begin to create steam. Steam builds energy, and that's when you get to have the funds.
Okay, let me talk about this album. Because I know this album is dropping soon. What's the date of that album?
The album dropped July 3rd. July 3rd is the day of the album via Independence. Chose the date because it was very symbolic to the style of music that I do and the people that I would like to understand what I'm doing.
Okay, okay. So what should we expect from this album, Nothing to Fear?
Well, the name of the album is actually called All White, Nothing to Fear. What you should expect from this album is quality, quantity, and results. And in that order, because it's quality meaning that we're giving the people what they need, not what they want.
Okay.
Quantity meaning the stuff on here is so much good quality music to keep you going from song to song. You don't have to worry about well, hey, I need a next CD because this one isn't enough. This is more than enough to surpass you to the next CD.
Okay.
And also results, because you could play this. I always have a saying: if my mother can't hear it, or my daughter can't listen, I don't make it.
Okay, okay. So what's in a nutshell, what's this liberated message that you have for the general public for All White, Nothing to Fear? Explain that title.
Well, the title is basically a backdrop of where I'm from. I'm from the Virgin Islands, Rock City, St. Thomas, born and raised. And the backdrop to our flag is white with a chicken heart in the front. Got two things holding in the hand. One thing holding in the hand is a peace leaf. One thing holding in the next hand is 3 arrows. And the head of the board is facing the peace leaf, meaning that we're not turning to war, we're bringing it to peace. But they also have them 3 arrows to let you know that we could give you war if you want war. So the real thing for me is basically the name come about with the backdrop, which is white. White is usually made to be pure, usually made to be something that people don't want to get dirty too easily. So with white, nothing to fear, all white, nothing to fear, you have the concept which is, if it's all white and you're going through life with a certain kind of quality and feeling of yourself, you don't have nothing to worry about. And that's where the all white come in. You don't worry about stains or dirt or nothing. Okay?
Okay, check. Now, as far as this album, would you perform for us later on a song from this album?
Well, you got a lot of people here in the audience that was requesting of me to do something, so I ain't gonna leave the stage without putting something together. This is the best place to be. If it ain't for G.M.E TV, there'll be no VIP.
There you go. So look out for VIP's new album. It's coming out
Coming out July 3rd.
July 3rd. All White, Nothing to Fear. Check him out. And also, if you haven't got this book is a good book. You Call That Love by Nakia Robinson. Very good book. Check it out on G.M.E TV.
You know, if you don't know the right people, or if you don't know such and such and what he has to do and how he does it, then they hating on you because they don't know you. They don't know anything about you. So they looking at who you know instead of the talent that you got.
We're back with G.M.E TV, and we're going to introduce a man that got a hot album out, All White, Nothing to Fear. He's performing his single on there, Nothing to Fear, VIP.
Boom. Yes, I. Big up to the VI. Be more. We're going on a world tour. Let's go.
The ending is near.
Out your seat, on your feet. Put your hands up, put your hands up, put your hands up, put your hands up. The ending is near. So we party like we have nothing to fear. Yeah. The ending is near. Cut the check. G.M.E TV and VIP. This is legendary. Let's go. More energy, shake hands with the enemy. Dress to impress, cause this might be the enemy. Glass and eat, bartender, give them another round and this family. No matter the shades, join in the parade. Just spot somebody me sitting. Yes, yes, whole place think. Big cup alone, cause money in a issue. Somebody spill a drink, pass the tissue. Miss your friend, spill more than a cup, kill a bottle. They say they can't find the cure, but love is the answer. War is all the sponsor. So before we leave this planet, last thing to sink is the music. Don't panic, leave your worries right where you stand. Titanic.
The ending is near.
Let's go.
We party like we have nothing to fear.
The ending is near. So we party like we have nothing to fear. July 3rd.
Welcome to G.M.E TV again. We back. We here with Big Shorty, comedian in Baltimore, you know, putting in a lot of work. Before we go into the interview, let's go into the video from Rizzo, 3D, right here on G.M.E TV.
That's life. That's what all the people say.
We on? Give you a part of me. Let's toast to a happy new year. Let's toast again, I'm happy to see a new year. And choices partying dressed in my new gear. Baby mom's water broke, what I'm supposed to do here? From the club to the spittle, what a crazy hour. Speeding through traffic, flashback about the baby shower. A celebration, throw the goose up. Thought of me having a little dance, give me goosebumps. Couldn't picture not being there like some dads. I don't wanna cripple his future and have my son sad. Wanna be a lawyer or a doctor instead of being on the block cooking the rock up. How many days I'm starting to think ahead? I'm like, oh, starting to see the head. God's gift, feel like I won an award. And at 7:57 my little man was born. Let's applaud. Yeah, I remember holding you on my arms and it was like the greatest feeling I ever had. And me saying that is an understatement. You know what I'm saying? Wow. I'm really somebody's daddy. I knew you was mine from the big head and the good hair. Definitely
Rizzo 3D. The name of the video is 3D from Rizzo. Right here, right now with the comedian Big Shorty. How you doing, man?
What's going on, home? How you been?
All right. What you got in that cup, man?
What's a little bit of special jungle juice right here, you know, special made premium stuff, you know. Squeeze can't give a name out because there's no license on it. And nobody's trying to imitate it, you know what I'm saying?
Right, I feel
That's how it is, you know.
I feel you. So what's up upcoming projects you got going on?
Oh man, well I'm ready to work on my DVD, trying to get my DVD shot this year, you know, G.M.E Mines, I live here, you know what I'm saying, and just about that grinding, man, just trying to build my clientele up, just trying to get my name reestablished and just trying to make noise in the city, you know, make the city get a brand for itself, you know.
Right.
So yeah, just, you know, out there just daily grinding with the comedy, you know, I got some projects, some shows coming up this month, next month, but pretty much the only project really much right now is my DVD, plus I've got a movie I'm trying to get shot, man, called Brand Name, Is It Really Real, so. That's what I'm in the process of trying to get all that stuff in production as well. So, you know.
Okay, sound like you working.
Try and make it happen, man. You know, one day at a time, man. It's a journey.
Yeah, absolutely. So I'm gonna ask you the question that I asked other artists previously. As far as the general public, why do you think they don't support local talent?
I think they don't support local talent because, you know, they don't believe in some people's dreams. You know, they don't think people, they think we just take it as a hobby. You know, they think, you know, because like I said, you don't say it's on TV. We not, you know, we not a celebrity of the sort. They think we just, some people just practice on that. And they think also that they can do the same craft as us sometimes. When you go to somebody's, maybe a family member or a friend, tell them that you rap, you sing, you dance, they look at you, laugh at you, oh, I can do that too. You know, they don't pretty much take it serious. You don't take it, you know, what you do serious. They don't know that you put in hours of work or hours of, you know, or grinding and going around town trying to make a name for yourself. You know, then they're like in the city, you know, in the city is Baltimore, you know, everybody in Baltimore think they is a rapper or they think they're a talent themselves. So, you know, you're not a big name, they don't really support you.
Okay. So the craft that you do, you know, in comedy, I know it's a tough sport, it's a tough field. What separates you know, the pros at what you do, you're pro at what you do from the amateurs, and what would you like to give to the amateurs as inspiration?
Well, there's really no separation between pros and amateurs. You know, if you're a person with the gift of the talent, you know, it's just about how much work you put into it. You become a pro about when you start learning the craft of it. You know, I mean, people funny. You know, and you know, people can be funny and just have a natural fun. You like to make your family members laugh, your friends laugh, all that kind of stuff. But when you take it to a stage, it's not about just going up there talking to people that you know. It's not just about going around and just talking. It's not how to put things into a certain order, it's a certain, like anything else, a certain technique. Everything has a technique. I'm pretty sure when you rap, you thought you was spitting lyrics, so you gotta go in the studio and find out you're going to spit lyrics, then you gotta go in and do your hooks, and you gotta do your loops, and you gotta do your infill, all that other, just like a lot more to the craft than it is just spitting lyrics, you know what I mean? It's just the same thing with jokes. It's not just go tell jokes, you know, it's like, you know, putting things in a situation and putting things into a story, or making it universal, or making, you know, things that bring people to your world, so it become a craft of it. And like I said, that comes with time, you know what I mean?
Absolutely.
The time you put in. It's not about, you know, like, 'cause I mean, if you know, if you don't put the time in, you'll always be an amateur. You can do comedy for 20 years, but if you don't have that time in, you'll be a 20-year amateur, you know what I'm saying? And, you know, it's because I get paid on me, I'm professional, because I'm still learning how to develop my craft as well. So it's just a matter of just putting in time, and just like anything else, with more time and repetition, the better you get at it. You know, experience comes, you know. So.
Absolutely. So what are some of your inspirations, people that did this before you, that gave birth to you?
Yeah, well, Eddie Murphy pretty much was like, you know, growing up as a kid, when we watched Delirious and Raw, was like the main guy that, you know, for me, you know, what comedy was about. You know, I didn't look at stand-up comedy like somebody that's doing a concert and talking jokes. I never looked at him as a comedian. I just, you know, Eddie Murphy was an actor, always on TV, and just hate this guy there talking jokes, so I never thought about it. And then when Def Jam came out, you know, then later, that's when I really understood more like, okay, this is something I like to do, you know. Then like, you know, Eddie Griffin's like is a role model, but I love Bill Cosby as well. You know, Eddie Griffin, Bill Cosby, Eddie Murphy, and just recently I just started watching Sammy Davis Jr. So that's like my real, because I like to dance too. So I like to sing and dance, and watching him with Dean Martin. They were entertainers. You don't really call them comedians. They was all around entertainers. So like with them, it's like I'm starting to feel like I'm more of an entertainer than I am a comedian, because I'm like, you know, I know how to dance. I mean, I can carry a tune, but I know how to, you know, shuck and jive a little bit. So all of our entertainers is pretty much what I'm like. I like that. So that, you know, just anybody with good quality entertainment, man. It's, you know, I draw inspiration from singers and rappers as well. You know, it's not about, you know, it's because you're my craft or what. I just like to see people who are professional and just take the time and do what they do. You know what I mean? That's where I draw inspiration from. It can be from a director in a movie, or just a dude on the street selling DVDs. You know what I mean? People when you put things running the right kind of way, you know, you like, oh, that inspired me to say, you know what, I gotta tighten up myself and tighten up things I need to do. You know what I mean? Because you see other people doing it. Some people can do it a little bit better than you. So, you know.
Yeah, absolutely. I'm glad you took your time out. You know, would you do a little stand up for us later?
Yeah, I can crack about a good 2-3 minutes worth of jokes real quick. You know, try to talk a little something. You know, I ain't got no mic or nothing. You know what I'm saying? I got the right utilities. You know what I'm saying? But I can do what to do.
I don't think that is the fact that they don't have the support from the general public. I feel as though the general public isn't as aware to the music they're producing and things like that. For example, without the networks to, you know, really get their music out there, most people aren't going to hear about it unless you really look to hear some underground artists. They don't have the exposure as far as I'm concerned, and if you don't have the exposure, you're not going to have an audience.
G.M.E TV, we got a hot comedian, get ready to do 2-3 minute stand up. Big Shorty, take it away.
Take it away. What's happening? What's going on, man? I'm here with G.M.E. What is G.M.E? What's it called? G.M.E TV? What is it?
G.M.E TV.
G.M.E TV, let me know, man. You know, my English kind of fucked up right now. Can I cuss? What's going on? I don't know. Is it clean, dirty? What we doing? You want clean joke, dirty joke? How we doing? I don't know. Some guy from that green shit, like goddamn, we gonna fit in the goddamn building somehow. Fuck how shit this, man. This ain't no damn show. This goddamn salon. This shit got goddamn drop ceilings in it. What's nice though? This is alright. She got a little McDonald's fry light in this motherfucker. It's alright. I'm happy to make it. You know what I'm saying? Shit. You know, I appreciate it. You know, I was happy to be on the camera and shit. You know what I'm saying? Trying to do what it do. So you know what I mean? I'm like I said, I'm Big Shorty, man, here for G.M.E TV. Want to tell a little bit of jokes, cause I appreciate life. You know what I mean? I'm old school. I know this is an old school crowd. Like I said, we 35 and older now. We from the old school now. We officially old school. You know what I'm saying? We know we old school, because we appreciate life. If you got kids, you know your kids don't appreciate life because they don't have the same kind of stuff that we had when we was back in the day. They got too much, like too many luxuries, like 3 meals a day, every day of the week. We ain't had that, you know what I'm saying? We had to make our own meal up, you know what I mean? You got a loaf of bread, that's 3 meals for you right there. You get some toast, cinnamon, butter, and sugar, that's a real cinnamon toast crunch for you. Hello, you know what I'm talking about? What? Got some syrup, and you got some syrup sandwiches, you know what I mean? Not Aunt Jemima, not Miss Butterworth, but some King syrup, boy. Syrup sandwiches. Syrup sandwiches. Boy, what? And you got some mayonnaise, salt, and pepper. Tastes so good you can almost taste the meat, boy. You know? Sometimes we get that start doing, we get creative in the house, boy. Get some mustard, some relish, some onions, some mustard, everything. Everything with the hot dog. We fake a hot dog, nigga. We tore that joint up. We appreciate life, man, because you know what I'm saying, the things these kids don't got like we got back in the day, you know what I'm saying, everything they got now, they just like too much, just watered down. It's all this free stuff. Like they get name brand cheese, you know what I'm saying? They getting Kraft Deluxe cheese for free. Back in the cheese I got wasn't no goddamn pack. That shit came in the box. They didn't have a name on it. We gave it our own name. Welfare cheese. Shit. That was the best cheese in the world. Yo, what? Took you 3 days to cut it even. Ooh, shit. And it didn't melt on top of the stove, so you had to put it on the bottom of the oven and put it on broil. They had an open face grilled cheese sandwich. We appreciated that though, man. They got too much, like the peanut butter they got now. They got all this name brand peanut butter. They got Jiffy, Skiff, Peter Pan, extra crunchy. The peanut butter I got back in the day ain't come in no jar. It came in a can with a black and white label on it. Had USDA, not for resale on that motherfucker. They gonna put it on top of the oven, melt it down, then make a peanut butter jelly sandwich. Appreciate life, man. Appreciate life, man. These kids, they got too much. They got too many toys, you know what I'm saying? They got Nintendo DSIs, PSPs, all that kind of shit. They don't want to go outside and play no more. See, back in the day, all we had was ice cream sticks, you know what I'm saying? Drop them motherfuckers some water, watch you go down the street and shit, nigga, what? We be outside playing old-fashioned social games, you know what I'm saying? These kids don't socialize no more. They gonna be on Facebook, Twitter, Instagram. We be outside playing with each other, playing old-fashioned social games like It's, Hopscotch, Skelly, Catch One, Catch All. Did nobody know what it was? We just wasn't trying to be it. Not it. Nigga, put your motherfucking feet in, man. No, we used to have a good time though. Back in the day, man, we had quality values, you know what I'm saying? These kids got too many cartoon channels, you know what I'm saying? Look, they got Nickelodeon, Nick at Night, Boomerang, Sprout, Cartoon Network. All we had was 45 and 54. Captain Chesapeake, be somebody important, be yourself. You know, that's all we had, you know what I mean? When it was quality cartoons, you know? We had good times back in the day, man. You know, just want to give y'all a little bit of that. Like I said, my name Big Shorty. I'm coming up. Y'all can come to the Arena Players June 28th, 29th, you know what I'm saying? If you want to come through, see me. I'm just a local comedian in Baltimore City trying to make it happen. You can catch me on Facebook, Dwayne Big Shorty Moores. You know, I'm just putting stuff on Facebook. I do clean shows, I do churches and all that kind of stuff as well. You know, I got a bunch of other friends that's from Baltimore. That's funny. Support your local talent. Support G.M.E TV. My name is Big Shorty. God bless. Enjoy the night. All right.
Yeah, check them out. G.M.E TV, Big Shorty.